Hey guys, Footy Manager TV here. Welcome to episode number 85 of my Manchester United Football Manager 2015 Let's Play. And today I've got two huge games. First off, away in the Premier League against Chelsea. They are second, but we are really far away from them now. Look at that, like 22 points. I think they actually lost their last game and they got a red card to someone like Kadira. Yeah, he's suspended. You can see there, 6 players unregistered. Let's just check out the craziness of Chelsea's squad right now. They've got a good hot prospect. Looks very, very good. He's played in the cup game. So you can kind of see it set. That's like the general how you're expected to develop your young players. Like, he's literally only played in the cup games, not any league games or Champions League, anything like that. Which you could think, why don't I do that? But, like, of course, I've probably more players that could vie to play in those kind of games, like regions or whatever, or just young players in general. But it's like my squad is so big already. It's definitely a bit bigger than Chelsea's squad. But look at the injuries if we look at it this way. Diego Costa's injured. Yunus Belhanda. If you're not sure who he is because he doesn't start at Chelsea, I'll just show you where he starts out if you're interested and don't know already. Yeah, Dynamo Kiev. Signed for 10 million in real life. And then, yeah, first season was solid. It was only 12 games worth. I don't think he's a top level player, like a Premier League team. Like, he's going to vie for, like, the league, like, finishing first and Champions League. He's a good player, no doubt. But is he that Chelsea level? Like, I'll just say I wouldn't sign him personally. He's good. I won't lie. He's a good player, but he's just not fantastic. That's just my opinion anyway. But anyway, getting back to the injuries, Eden Hazard, says he's rested, but I don't know if he's going to play or not. And they have unregistered for Lucas Piazon. He's joining Botafogo, so that's why. Interesting, he's going to Brazil. Like, I think he can step up. I don't know, he hasn't got the highest potential in the world, but yeah, going back to Brazil, interesting. Nemanja Matic, what's he doing? Is he transfer listed or something? He's just rotation. He's not registered for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. He's a fantastic defensive midfielder. In real life, in my opinion, he's at least the best defensive midfielder in the Premier League, and then if not the world. I think he's fantastic. I could almost sign him next season if he's available at a reasonable price. I'll get him indefinitely on the short list and declare my interest in him. Oh, look, he would be available. He's transfer listed. Or maybe at the time when I scouted him. I'm not sure. Maybe in his contract. Any release clauses? Nope. Yes, I'm not sure why it says that, but either way, I'm going to declare my interest in him. Yeah, he's a really good... Yeah, declare my interest there. Here we go. Yeah, he's very strong. He's a strong player. Mentally, he's good. Yeah, good heading. He's passing. Like, he's okay creatively for a really good defensive midfielder, and his height is 194. He's got 15 vision and 14 passing, 14 technique. At 28, he's not going to grow anymore, so keep that in mind. But yes, he's unregistered. So when they have someone like Sami Khedira suspended, the only really other... Well, I guess they got Mascherano as well, but I guess they signed him as a centre-back. But yeah, they've got options there. But I'm surprised that, yeah, why? This is the Premier League, so they're not registered. I'm not sure why, but I won't worry about it too much. The defence is a bit shaky, though. Again, it depends if they're playing Mascherano as a centre-back, but again, at 174 centimetres with only 6 jumping reach, I've never thought he's... Of course, at Barcelona, it's obviously a different story, but when you're playing in the Premier League, a lot of aerial height he's playing against. It will be different in Liga BBVA. A lot of smaller strikers, I believe, in that league. So, yeah, Premier League will be a different case. And even Kevin Wimmer, he's strong. He's got good natural fitness. Those are attributes 16 or more, but none... Yeah, he's not world class. So they're lacking that, especially Terry. He's obviously retired or something now. He's not here. Gary Cahill, again, he's decent. He's a good defender. He's definitely, yeah, I would say Chelsea level, but I wouldn't say he's world class. Then Bruno Martins Indy, good player. And then there's Thomas Callas. But again, he's really, really quick, but not world class in other areas. So... as Piliqueta as well, he's a good fullback, can play both sides. He's definitely, yeah, he's good enough in those positions. You can see by his ratings as well. So I just want to cover that for a little bit, and I'll just say, yeah, I'm interested. And then, of course, in the next game, it is the Capital One Cup final. So yeah, huge. And then the next episode, or the Juve game, you think we're going to be in a very good position because of the first leg. I'm sure many of you watched that. Like, that video had, the 4-4, had over 300 likes, over 100 comments on the video, probably because of my reactions in the video. The majority of you did enjoy it, so that's a good thing. But I wouldn't imagine it will be the same in that episode, but you can't really predict what's going to happen. There could be some more craziness, so who knows? But no doubt I will be passionate for that because Champions League is what I want to win now. But I also want to be unbeaten in a season. Yeah, I haven't been unbeaten for so long in a season. I can't remember the last time I was. So I've built a great team with Manchester United, and some people said, why aren't you bored of it? It's like, I'm just enjoying how I'm playing with this team. Maybe it is because I'm winning. I love winning and doing well and showcasing that on YouTube and all of that. And now I just want to continue the success. I've built a good squad, and it's only going to get better from here on out. That's a scary thing. Okay, Terry is just me, or Terry wasn't... Oh, he's in the under-21s, but he's 36. Oh my God. But those mental attributes are still so... Those never go down drastically. So he's always going to keep that. Just physically, he's really poor. So we could expose them. Like, he's so slow. And we've got Falcao. I suppose Falcao not really pacey, but then Depay and Munir around him. And just, physically as well, Falcao, he's naturally... He's not amazing physically, but he's well-rounded. He's got none lower than 11. Like, none in that below 10, which is really a poor range. But let's go in. Any other selection? It looks like their best possible selected team. But in attack, they're still dangerous. You look at that. Vincent Boubacar is playing instead of Diego Costa. But he's a very good goal scorer in Football Manager. There's no doubting that. And I'm not surprised he has for Chelsea. Look at that attack. There's midfielders. No doubt they'll set that up. And we'll just go in here. We'll say assertively. And say... I want you to pick up where you left off last time out. That's good enough. No midfielder's got a reaction, so I'll just say passionately, I have faith in you. There we go. Another happy reaction. That was for Lucas Romero, who, of course, is coming along nicely as a player. Andreas Iniesta. As he gets a bit older, I want to mold him into that deeper role, a deep-lying playmaker. Probably used to be a bit more advanced. But because he's a bit more experienced, and obviously getting slower and that kind of stuff, he'll add a lot of experience to the team, which I think he's a great signing because of that reason. Okay, our midfield is being outnumbered. See, I never really adjust when it says that. We just work it out. But you can see here, not too much. We're not creating many chances. But at the same time, Chelsea are not either. Rafael picks up a yellow card here, and they're going to go for this long throw in. Ooh, bit lucky there to get rid of it. Wanyama, Oscar. Oh, I thought that was going to go in. Oh, Liali, you lucky, lucky boy. Almost could have been embarrassing. We could have easily been behind 1-0 here. Oh, we might have a chance. Falcao, look at this. Munir plays him Memphis Depay. Well intercepted by them. Luke Shaw. Ooh. Both teams. Really good chance for both teams there. But we've both had no click-up chances yet, so kind of nulling out each other. See, I won't mind if we come a draw, because that's still keeping our unbeaten streak, and they won't catch up any points. Like, even if Chelsea win this, we're still going to win the league this season. You don't think we'd have to lose 5 or 6 games in a row or something crazy to drop it, and you just can't see that. So there'll be 3 league titles in a row every season I've played in this save. Okay, you got to say aggressively. Pretty much at halftime, every game that I'm not winning, I do that. And then, the players get motivated and fired up. Works every time, but will it show on the pitch? Come on. Luke Shaw. He's really... he's not a young player. There's so many of these guys now, because we're 3 seasons in. A lot of these hot prospect kind of guys with high potential or whatever that maybe were... rotations for the first team. They're now actually really key players like Luke Shaw. He's world class now, without a doubt, 3 seasons in. Heading towards the end of the 3rd season as well. Okay. I guess we've played this good for an away game. For playing attacking as well, we've been really good defensively. We've only almost conceded a goal once, which is a bit unlucky. If we did concede, it would have been unlucky. Raphael's going to come off. We're going to bring on John Stones. Interesting change that will be. But he is actually a natural right back. I know he's not a natural right. I thought someone told me he was a right back. Maybe that's why I got confused. But anyway, he can play there, but he's got 16 passing. That's very, very good. Anything else? Andreas Iniesta hasn't had an amazing game, just average, but the whole team has been average. Who are we going to bring on? Oliver, but they're both not really defensive-minded players, like a deep line playmaker. But I think Goetze will come on there. And maybe even Di Maria. He's probably a bit more better retreated. He's got good work rate and all that kind of stuff. I don't know whether to go for the whole three. I won't, because this is just like a huge game. Falcao hasn't played well, though. Come on, Falcao. This is like Champions League, more or less. It's a big game. This is where you need to fire. And if not, yeah, a guy like Zivkovic will come back from his injury like in the next week or something, and he's been on song. Richario Zivkovic. He'll score. And Jose Callejon comes on for Vincent Boubacar. And they've got a corner here. We defend it well. Lucas Romero, come on, win this. Oh, no. It's Hazard. Oh, come on. What a save, Liali. Twice. He's really good. And sometimes, yeah, you may think he gets good rating because we're playing against poor teams and we're amazing, so he's going to keep clean sheets. But look at those saves. Really important. And the save he made earlier, that almost went in. Oh, Stones. Okay, great chance here. Great chance. Angel Di Maria. Angel Di Maria finds Munir. Should have been a goal. But it's been a very even game when you look at the match stats. Di Maria finds John Stones. Stones! He's got 16 passing. Unfortunately, he doesn't have 16 finishing. What's his shots like? Yeah, it's only 8. And long shots is 11. It's better than I would have imagined for a centre-back, though. So we need to make our final change. Oh, the choice is, do we bring on Royce or Van Persie? Van Persie, RVP has that clinical ability. So he's going to come on. And hopefully he can score. Like, it's away from home. Like, I'm thinking about going even more attacking, but like even Di Maria, what's his best role as centre midfielder? There we go. Roaming playmaker. Yeah, I remember playing him there. It was like previous seasons. Let's change it up a bit. Because roaming playmaker, there's so much heartbeat of the team, driving forward with the ball to spearhead attacks, and yeah, he tracks backs to cover defensively. I think that would suit Di Maria. So there we go. Yeah, and it's balanced. I won't really push any wing backs because they're pretty attacking anyway when we're getting forward. They're up there as wingers, so you can't. Yeah, I don't have to put them more attacking. If I do, might be a chance to concede. But come on. What shall we do? Overload. Instructions. Maybe more direct here. Or go route 1 even. Be more expressive. Take more risks. Much higher tempo. Like, I really want to go for it here. Push higher up. Well, we're already playing much higher defensive line. To try and catch them offside. We have those two together. Shoot on sight to take the chances. And maybe low crosses. Just try and change it up or something. Take our chances, because obviously we haven't scored in this game. Come on. And maybe a team talk. We'll go passionately. Push forward, yeah, just get forward. See if that makes a change. If not, yeah, I'll be content with the draw against Chelsea. Away from home, keeping a clean sheet against them. We need good form, yeah. This will be a long throw, but should be able to defend it. Liali, commanding, keeping. Well done. Yeah, like I was going to say, going into the Juve game to not concede, obviously, more than 4 away goals. Like, I'll take a 0-0 against them. And Phil Jones, very, very good defensive performance. Unfortunately, didn't score, but that's the way it's going to go against a big team. But still, I'm going to say it wasn't good enough. But in my mind, I know it was. I know that's just going to get a good reaction. But in my mind, I know when we play against Juve or something like that, well, not something like that, that's going to be the case. When we play against Juve, we're going to need to have a performance like this. So here we are. An opportunity to win the Capital One Cup once again. I just got to double check. Are we the holders? Yes, we are. We need to continue the tradition. Of course, the Capital One Cup's not the most important competition, but again, opportunity to win it. Usually I do win it because, yeah, we are a good team. That's the thing. We win a lot of games, but yeah, other teams may not treat it, like other bigger teams may not treat it as important, but we just still put quality players out there to play. Like I mentioned before with Chelsea playing that young guy and probably other young guys, and that will be this competition he would have played in, you would imagine, not the FA Cup. Maybe the early rounds. But anyway, yes, I'd love this. I'd love a win. But because it's only 3 days before the Juventus second leg, I don't want to be playing my best, my 100% best starting 11. I'm going to be resting certain players. Some players I will be starting. Even here, I'm going to bring in Inigo Martinez as well to the changes I already made. We're going to rest Belanta. I feel Phil Jones, you can still play him. You can still play him. And Van Persie is going to be the captain because he's starting. And you got Phil Jones. When you're playing like the captain and the vice captain, I feel it's important for these kind of games. You should really be playing your captain and your vice captain. And just to double check, the captain is Robin Van Persie and Phil Jones is the vice. I wouldn't normally have considered Van Persie as captain, but it's because of his leadership and determination in the game. That's why I selected him early, or whenever. I can't even remember when I selected him as captain. He's got experience, and I'm not sure if it's a thing. I haven't really tested it, if I'm honest. And looking at this, Van Persie's improving in marking and tackling in training, so I'm not sure why that is. It's a weird, don't you think? Like, it's not like I'm not training him defensively, but he's improving that way. But anyway, I was going to say what I'm not surprised about, like, if it's a thing in the game, like, a player that's captain will play better, they'll perform. And yeah, there's minor interest from Arsenal. I'm not sure with Van Persie. I think if we win Champions League, that could be it with him, and we could sell him or something, but we wouldn't sell him for heaps of money. Of course, we'll leave a decent amount of wages, and he's still a good striker in that he's not playing badly. He scored 14 goals in the league from 10 starts and 4 off the bench. So he still has it. That his physical ability is still, like, it's not too shabby. And that's going to go down, of course, but that's not why he's scoring his physical ability. It's the finishing and everything, like the technicals and the mentals. So, and even with Falcao, it's going to be hard because you get him on loan again. Yeah, 250k wages. But maybe I should keep Van Persie and let Falcao go and don't get him on loan again. And of course, we have to drop Husic out because we did send him out on loan, so he can't play in the Cup. And that's going to be about it, I think. Resting some players and still playing a strong team. Even Lucas Romero and Di Maria. I don't want to go too weak, but Champions League is so much more important than this. So we're going to bring in Oliver. And Lucas Romero, we're going to have to bring in... Oh, come on. We're going to bring Tielemans. Lucas Romero will give him a rest. And we've got guys who can come on centre midfield. We've got Goetze. Di Maria will come on if he needs. Just got to make sure those conditions... And I wouldn't want to play Pressland, not in this kind of game, even though he's solid. John Stones, Phil Jones, man, he's strong. Like I said, play the vice captain and the captain will have a strong chance to win this game. Huge. Okay, and you look at City's team, it's pretty strong. They've still got younger players on, but see, that's the difference between Man City and us. Of course, they've got a good starting 11, but look at their wingers. They're a bit weak, and they're pulled back as well. They're as wide midfielders, not as natural wingers like up there. And David Silva and Navas, they have no defensive ability whatsoever. So that's something we can exploit, obviously. And you got Navas again. They're both similar types, and even both Navas and Silva are aging, aren't they? They're both 31, so they're not going to be. They're not. I suppose Navas is a bit quicker. Yeah, but he's going to lose that eventually. Gulam, I've said it before a few times when I've come up against him. I think he recently signed for City in this game. Yeah, from Napoli. I think when we played Napoli, I noticed him. And he's really, really good. And Mangala, so they've still got a solid defense. But I think their midfield is not the best. Of course, Aguero up top. But what I was going to say about not as strong as us, like, they've got guys like Angelino on the bench. I'll get a scout report on him, already have, but he doesn't really have super high potential anyway. Marcos Lopez does have high potential. He's a guy I like. Looks like a likely type. But yeah, then they've got other just completely amazing players that would make any other team, like Nasri, Dzeko, Fierro. So pretty good players. And of course, James Milner, just to throw him in there. But anyway, what we're going to say, we're going to say passionately. I love saying passionately on this kind of like a cup final. Yeah, let's do it for the fans. Let's do it for the fans. I know that, that will get a good reaction. Look at that. Marco Reus to step up, and I've rested Memphis Depay on the bench. Just, he needs to step up on the big occasion against Juve. Even though you might say Juve, it's just more better to play our best defensive team, and I may even change things tactically or something like that. We'll see how it plays out. But hopefully we can win here. It will just be a disappointment to lose. And Aguero early. Aguero, he finds Navas in space. Navas wasted that. Inigo Martinez does well. And it's a good chance. Oh no, Pirlo makes the error and we are lucky. Pirlo, that is not Pirlo-like. Just giving the ball away like that. But like I was going to say, I was going to talk about Inigo Martinez and Oliver. 2 new signings in January. They need to go big for us. And Royce scores the opening goal in the 17th minute. And he's 21st of the season. He's hitting some good form as well. That's the scary thing for other teams going to facing us. Like, we've got so many players that can score. It's like a lot of big teams, they have that one guy you're scared of. And you've got a really tight mark. But we've got so many guys. They focus on Depay and someone else would step up. You've got Van Persie, whoever's playing. Like, that attacking 3, whoever they are, none of them are weak. All of them can have their day. All of them could score a hat-trick on their day. And Bernat, Cuadrado! Nice finish. And I believe PSG has shown some interest in him, and he scores his first of the season. Obviously, he's not a goal scorer for us now because we are playing him as like a right back, complete wing back. But it shows he can score. Someone told me for one team in a save, he actually plays as a striker. See, that's the thing. Sometimes I say, like, people think it's negative for me playing him at right back, but it just matters for your team, you know. Sometimes you have to train a player into a certain position, and Cuadrado has that benefit about him. You can mold him into a natural right back. He's already a natural right winger. You could mold him into a natural left winger if you want him to come on and, like, as an inside forward. That's all the positions he could potentially play. So many, as a left winger, inside forward, cuts in on his right, could hit some shots with 15 long shots, use the dribbling to get past players. What else? Could develop him into striker as well, like a really quick striker, but I just don't feel he has the attributes for a striker. He's got off the ball. That's an important attribute. On even a centre attacking midfielder, even though it may not be his best position, if you just really want to test it, you could mould him into that kind of player. He's an amazing footballer, Juan Cuadrado, without a doubt. He's amazing. So Oliver has picked up an injury, so he hasn't played at his best. We're going to bring on... Who are we going to bring on here? Mario Götze. Like I said, we'll rest Di Maria. Might bring you on late. We'll just see how the squad is balanced. Van Persie hasn't played too well, but we'll just make that change for now. I don't want to risk Oliver getting a big injury or something. He's still going to be a part of the squad. He's going to play the non-Champions League games, of course, signing from Atletico Madrid. Had Madrid in my mind there. Yeah, Atletico Madrid. I can't play him in the Champions League this season, of course. Same with Munir, signing from Barcelona. But winning 2-0, I'll just say, don't get complacent. And Tielemans losing confidence. I can understand that from a youngster that's played well. So I'm very happy with his performance. But I'd like to say that I'd like the opportunity to, I didn't want to say he didn't do good or anything like that. He did fantastic. 7.3 rating for a young guy. Cuadrado. I just talked about him in length, and then he picks up an injury. But that's okay. We can bring John Stones off and bring Cuadrado off, and we'll do that for now. But that's not good. That's not good. Luckily, we have Rafael resting. We took him out completely for this game, so he'll come in. He'll come in for the Juve game, which is my attention is just 100% towards that right now. Inigo Martinez with the header. Straight to Navas. We still have to be careful. They can come back here. It's only 2-goal difference. Silva, but Tielemans strong in the tackle. Falls to Asamoah and then he intercepts. Well done, John Stones. Now, Marco Reus. He's a lovely player. Lovely attacking player. Dribbling along the wing. Finds Götze. Sets up John Stones. He'll whip this. Oh, no, he doesn't. Tielemans. This is good possession play. Bernat. Finds Januzaj. But he was offside. Man. It's like, I can't believe, like, usually Man City is a really hard team to play against in Football Manager. Like, we've got 58% possession against them. We're dominating against them here today. And in recent times when we've played them, they've definitely dropped off. I feel as though they just sign random good players. Like, I wouldn't be surprised and this is in the game, in real life as well. Yeah, some signings, they just sign maybe the best player available or something. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. You know, when Balotelli used to play for Man City, he lifted up his shirt and said, "Why always me?" I wouldn't be surprised if Aguero did that, but the shirt said, "Sign good players." Anyway, moving on. What should be the third sub here? Who do we need to rest the most for the next game? Bernat? But Luke Shaw. I think I'll play Luke Shaw because we're resting him in this game. Januzaj. Probably won't start Januzaj, so don't see the reasoning behind that. Maybe Phil Jones. Yeah, Phil Jones. We'll just bring on Belanta. Give him a bit of fitness, even though we're resting him to stay fit. But yeah, good to play him for about a good 25 minutes or so. Alvarez. Whatever you want me to call him. I have no idea. Either Alvarez, Belanta. What do you call him when you just want to call him by one name? You just call him Belanta. Makes sense. But come on. What I found funny when I was searching for Belanta, like at the start of the game, like way back now, or Belanta came on and said it was hurt. Oh no. Get rid of it. Hopefully it's not permanent. But go, look at this. But anyway, like I said on Belanta, at the start of the game, way back when I signed him, I searched for like Alvarez Belanta, and there was another player like that, but he was like so bad, I was like, nah, this is not Belanta. It's like, how could you call yourself Belanta? He has almost exactly the same name. But he's bad. He's not a good player. Or Nasri plays in Aguero. And again, Liali hasn't conceded yet. Another big team he could keep a clean sheet against. I think if we keep a clean sheet, he'll be like the last 6 games we've kept a clean sheet. That's insane. Here we go. Ooh. Belanta, no. Nasri. Finds Navas. Jesus Navas is injured. He injured himself there. Didn't even tackle him. Now Tielemans just boots it forward. Januzaj, so we keep the 3 forward from corners. And this is where we could be dangerous. We could score from an opposition's... Oh. Yeah, I was going to say we could score from an opposition's corner, but it wasn't to be. I keep those 3 attacking forward, and it can pay off sometime. I think I've scored a couple goals like that. Oh, look at this. This is what I mean on the break. The 3 stay forward, and almost Januzaj. Januzaj could be a bit of a better finisher. Or I'd want him to be, but he's not, unfortunately. He can still score, but it's not like he doesn't score a big amount of goals like those other guys were playing in those, 3 up front positions. That's just something I've noticed. But he's got lower finishing than them, so it's expected. Oh, Nigo Martinez, what a game. What a victory, what a cup win. Of course, I'm not so excited because it's only Capital One Cup, but I'm pleased. I'm pleased that my team... could win this competition. And Bernat, oh man, just my fullbacks are killing it. It's like they suit that complete wingback role just perfectly. Both the left backs and right back, all the players, the 4 guys that I keep rotating. Luke Shaw and Bernat at left back, and then Rafael and Cuadrado at right back. They just own it. And Bernat has been absolutely insane. Man, look at those ratings. He's had an average overall rating of 8. Wow. Of course, we did sign him for a lot. We've signed a few players for big money, but to get the best players, you're going to have to spend big money. 35.5 million, even though the board discussed that at that time. We didn't actually have the money. I asked the board, and yeah, it worked out. And obviously, like I said, big money. But this is why you pay the big money. Because they can play like this. And will you look at this? The Man City manager. Well, not anymore. He's sacked. He got sacked. Emery. Unai Emery. I'm not sure... I've never heard of him in real life. Like, who's this guy? Who did he used to play for or something? Nah. Who did he used to manage? How do you even check that out? Achievements? Sevilla manager, okay. I don't really follow the Spanish league too much, but he was their manager, and he went to Man City. Yeah, basically, on the date. They offered him the job, obviously, then he left. So he was still their manager when he joined. Okay. But still, let's not... the highest quality. That's why, obviously, I never heard of him before. But anyway, yeah, he got sacked. I love that. I love that. Like, when you beat a team, and especially in a cup final, I don't think I've had that before. I've had it, like, when I've played against a team, and I beat them, like, in the league or something, or just some random cup game. Not random, but earlier than the final, much earlier, and then they get sacked. So, it's a good feeling, kind of, but in the grand scheme of things, you don't really get anything for that. I just think, yeah, it's like cool that you got someone fired pretty much, but not really. It's their performance for the whole season in the league that hasn't been good enough. Like I was saying, they just sign any good players, and that's the same. Maybe it's coded into the game. Sports Interactive got that right. They just sign like the best players available, really. And yeah, it doesn't work for them. They're going to need, just because the money is there, it doesn't mean you have to spend it all. And I've just, released one of my youth players because 1 year, for whatever reason, they all got signed up, regardless if they were all good or bad. But anyway, that is going to be it. Hopefully you enjoy this episode. It was a good defensive episode. Again, we haven't conceded. Like I said, how many games? Yeah, that's 5 games. 5, I said 6. Hopefully we can make it 6, against Juve. But anyway, that's going to be the next game. I believe the youth intake this year is going to be on the 5th. The first 3 years in England, I've kind of had it coded into my head now so much because I've played so many saves in the Premier League and stuff, and just in England in general. Like, you got my Bar City save as well, and I've got a private one I just play for fun with a Premier League team, Everton. They're a nice team to manage. That's probably a team you'd probably want to see on YouTube, if I'm honest. A nice team to manage. But anyway, yeah, it'll be on the 5th. Like, the first 3 years is the 5th, and the 6th, and the 5th. So this is the 3rd year, it'll be on the 5th. The youth intake. So next episode will be Juve and Watford, and I might, after that Watford, or I may, it's only 6, I don't even know, I'll see what I do anyway. I might play both of those games. And maybe at the end of the episode I'll do the youth intake, or in the next episode. We'll see how it works out anyway. Drop a like if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.